Hello there. How's it going, guys? Um, just going to wait a couple minutes, see if there's. Oh, looks like there's some people who are coming in now. Um, so that's good. So the fun thing about today is that it is Star Wars Day, and so yeah, I was just going to be doing some random stuff that is in tune with Star Wars, and also for just some fun stuff for today. It's not really going to be anything big or special, but something that I am interested in going through. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes for people to come in, and um, I'm still kind of testing out the um, the basics for this because this is my second time doing a live stream. So I'm not very familiar with all of this. Let me actually put something in the chat right now for anybody in the future coming in. If anyone wants me to. Okay, so I'm going to pin that. Okay, so basically it'd be that if anybody wants me to like do an impression of a Star Wars character today, just to let me know through the chat. Um yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that as well, and I'm going to uh just do some random stuff. Um yeah, yeah. So, well, first thing, I am a fan of Star Wars, as you can probably tell, and I've seen a lot of the Star Wars movies and shows. I'm still trying to catch up on Maul Shadow Lord. Um, but biggest thing about me is I have not played many of the games. So a lot of the game characters I am less familiar with, and so it always has been something of a what you might call it. Well, Star Wars was one of the first franchises that I've ever like watched. I think I do know there was Power Rangers. That was one of the first franchises, but then aside from that, there was also Star Wars as well, and that one just captivated me like beyond anything else. I loved the story, and I didn't really care about the story when I was a kid, but I loved the action that came with the characters and such. It honestly was a very fun time to just like sit down and watch the films for their awesome set pieces and all the action that came with it. Because I grew up on the prequels. Actually, they were. It was. I want to say it was like around 2006, where that was the first time I ever saw any of the Star Wars movies, and honestly, it was just so breathtaking for me because there is just so much that goes on with those films, and it was like the action I felt was so amazing. There was just like so much that was going on for it. Um so yeah, it honestly was something that was very special to me, and me and my best friend, we would always like reenact moments from Star Wars. And we each had a bit of a collection of the old flick and lock lightsabers, and we would spend what felt like hours outside just swinging around the lightsabers and recreating the battles and the fights that to our knowledge. And it was always so much fun doing that. There was just such a wonder to our imagination and to the characters that we created. Because as usual, we put ourselves into Star Wars, um, which isn't something that's out of the ordinary for anyone else. But one of the biggest things about it was that this was something that we haven't really done before, and it was Star Wars was our version of um, Star Wars was our first time like putting ourselves into the world of the characters. I think with me at that point it was also that and Batman. But you can always go see the inserting myself into my favorite TV shows video. It's a speed paint video, and I've got it on my channel from a couple months ago. Um, yeah, but one of the biggest things about Star Wars was just the fact of the lightsabers. That was always so intriguing for me. It was like the perfect thing of it was the perfect combo of sci-fi and fantasy. And the lightsabers were the perfect weapon that I could ever want. And it was just so amazing. Let me see here. Yeah. Okay. Checking some things. Um, so yeah, just gonna wait a couple more minutes and let people come in if anyone is missing out kind of thing or coming in late. It did start off with more people. So yeah. Yeah. And also, as a special for you guys, when I finish up with the majority of this live stream, I am going to be also doing a bit of a reaction and also what what would I call it? A um showing of the original trailer and the and last week's trailer for my upcoming Star Wars Day video. So that one is that's going to be pretty fun, and I hope you guys join me for that as well. So yeah, I'll just wait another minute or so, and we'll see where we are from there. And I think one of the first things I want to do, um, yeah, everything's good on that page. Sorry, I just finished scheduling that video and finished doing the upload stuff for it. So there's a bit on my mind as well. Okay, so um, so yeah, I'm a bit of a Star Wars and Power Rangers fan. But one of the biggest things about it is that I just like both series. Power Rangers has been my thing since I was a kid, so there is that. And I mean, I said it many times before, but Dino Thunder has been my first season, and so that one is my favorite. But with Star Wars, it was like that one I had a lot more access to because I had all six movies because it was about like 2006 when I started watching the series. I remember it because Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005, and I had that on DVD. And I know that typically it takes about a year after it's released in theaters for it to be released on DVD. So I do know that it was about a year after it came out. So I got to see all 6 original movies, and it was like that was just so wonderful for me. Um, but I didn't know about many of the um, like books or comics until I was about like maybe I want to say I was in middle school when I first heard about a lot of the Legends continuity. And that would have been around 2012, 2014, when I was in middle school. Um, so yeah, it was just like so interesting. I'm gonna learn on my phone. Oh, a text. Okay. Um, Sorry about that, guys. My dad texted me, "May the fourth be with you." So I gotta message him back. Yeah, my whole family, we love Star Wars. Though a lo- I will say out of my whole family, I'm the one who enjoys um, Star Wars in all its forms, from the movies to the games to the TV shows, live action or animation. I am, while I don't partake in all of them like religiously, especially not anymore. I used to be one who loved to play video games and was very interested in watching all of the what do I call it? Watching all the cutscenes for the video games. Um, there wasn't really a lot that I had to it, and so there was just um, there was a lot that was going on with my um, I'll say with books never really grabbed me. I will say that. And with video games, I never really had access to a lot of them, so it was just I couldn't really play many video games when I was growing up. I had like the Lego Star Wars games, and those were actually a lot of fun. But aside from that, I didn't really have any of the any other Star Wars games because they were all on like Xbox and what else? And PlayStation and stuff. And all I had was a Wii U, or no, not a Wii U. The model before that, all I had was a regular Wii. So that was not very helpful for me. um. So yeah, we are about we're a little over 13 minutes in now, and I'm not seeing anybody in the viewing phase of it. So honestly, I don't even know if anybody's really coming to this. I just wanted to do it for fun. If people see this afterwards, thank you very much. Um, but typically, I usually like doing live streams to interact with everybody. Um, so I'm just gonna get into some of the stuff that I wanted to do for today, and most of that will be including with what I love about with the different lightsabers in my collection. Um, a fine addition to my collection. That was my best Grievous. Um, yeah. So I'm just gonna be doing stuff with that, and yeah, this is essentially gonna be a workout routine for me. It always is, kind of thing. So it's pretty fun, but yeah. So I guess if anything, enjoy as I make a fool of myself, probably. Mm. All right. So that's so you can see where I am in this. Let me actually turn on the light. Okay, that's better. So I love this Jedi robe, first of all. This robe actually was something that I bought on Amazon and with a Jedi tunic as well. Honestly, it would have taken too long for me to get the tunic on. But yeah, the robe I really love. It is wonderful. So yeah, there's that. And you can see I'm wearing a May the Force Be With You shirt. So there's that. So I wanted to show off some of the collection that I do have of Star Wars lightsabers and stuff. And, well, here's one of the oldest lightsabers that I own. The lightsaber for the 2007 Deluxe Force Unleashed lightsaber. Now, the funny thing is, I loved playing with this as a kid. I mean, the fact that there was just this one button here that made it go from this to this was actually pretty incredible. Though when I was a kid, I hated that as well. I love the fact that it was like, oh, I could be either good or bad, but I hated that whenever I swung it around, I accidentally hit that button and suddenly it went from green to red. And I was just like, no, I wanted it to stay green. So there was, so the funny thing was, there was a point when I just put a rubber band around this and just to keep it from exploding out. And also the funnier thing was with this, it does this a lot. So that really got on my nerves as well. So I also had the rubber band on it so that it would stay up. I was just like, man, looking back on it, I was just a weird kid. But yeah, the downside is the batteries have long been dead. So, and I think if anything, it's also an internal problem because I tried replacing the batteries some time ago, but for some reason they just weren't. It still wasn't working. So I think it's an internal problem, but I still keep it around because it is such an interesting lightsaber. And I also gotta say, I also had the I think it was the 2008 Clone Wars build your own lightsaber set, and that one I had so much fun with. But eventually, there was a lot of, I want to say it was like gunk or something in the internal hardware, and that caused a lot of problems for it. And eventually, I just stopped using it, and we threw it out. So yeah, I really wish I had kept that, even if it wasn't working, just because I wanted to have a kind of whatchamacallit, not memorabilia, but a sort of style kind of thing. And plus, it came with the handles for the lightsaber tonfas, and that would have been pretty cool to utilize for a future video idea. But yeah, let's see if I still got it for this one. I know it's probably going to be difficult to see from that camera angle, so let me actually move the camera forward a bit. Okay, so let's see if I still got it, or if I can emulate Starkiller. All right. Yeah, not really much to this one. Honestly, it was always fun to play with. Nowadays, without the batteries, there's not really much to it, so it's literally just collecting dust in my collection, honestly. But up next was one that I actually have a more recent relationship with, and it is this one. The lightsaber of Anakin Skywalker from Episode 2. Now this one was actually something that I didn't buy at a toy store. I didn't buy online, kind of thing. The funny thing about it is, I won it at Dave and Buster's. Yes, there was a. I don't know if it was prom or homecoming, but it was one of the two. And for like the after party kind of thing, we all went to Dave and Buster's, and so I got a few winnings, got some tickets, and I had just enough to get this. And the fun thing about it is, it lights up. So this is what it looks like normally, but I don't know if it'll pick up. I don't know if it's picking up, but there's a light that's on right now, and it lights up somewhat. So let me turn off this light. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's much more obvious in the dark, but yeah. But yeah, this one was actually very unique. Downside is it did have like a bit of a belt clip right here, but as you can see, it's fallen off. That was from misuse on my end, and also the light doesn't really work that well. So yeah, but yeah, it's still a really cool item, and I love using it every now and then. Um, so yeah, there's that one. Yeah, this is pretty much just going to be me just talking about some of the collection that I have. So yeah. Yes. Um, we then come to a lot of the Forge lightsabers. We then come to a lot of the Forge lightsabers. So like the dark saber here, which actually has a different blade than the one that came with it. Let's actually see if it's got batteries. Okay, it doesn't look like it's got batteries, but yes. This is the dark saber, and honestly, I love these guys. I love the I had a blast collecting the Star Wars Forge lightsabers, and the big reason for that was because they had such cool designs to them, like the uh, what were they? The personalized designs for Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and all the others. It really made each one feel unique and like they would be owned by these people if there was more like for their personalities and such. And I also loved the fact that they can be taken apart and like put together in any combination. And honestly, that's what I've done with a lot of these guys. So let's take a look at some of my combos. So first off, we have the Darth Vader lightsaber base, like the base and the main hilt. And then we have the Darth Maul style lightsaber as the top of it. And honestly, this is a really cool design for just a standard Sith. And I'd be surprised if there isn't a Sith that actually has a lightsaber design like this one, with like a horned look on the top, with three or more prongs. But yeah, this one was actually a really fun one for me to put together and such. I do think I probably should have used different bases for the bottom of it. Like maybe I should have used the Anakin Skywalker pommel kind of thing. But honestly, it was just like this was the only one that matched both sides. So there was that in the decision. And then we have my makeshift curved hilt lightsaber. Honestly, this one is just the Ahsoka Tano base for the Shoto saber, a connector piece that came with those blades, and the top is from the Obi-Wan Kenobi personalized lightsaber. It's honestly a very weak attempt at trying to make a lightsaber kind of thing. But it was the closest that I could get for the Star Wars video that's coming out. Because we are looking at the 7 forms of lightsaber combat, and it does include Makashi, which is very much something that is more useful with a curved hilt. So, yeah, it's honestly very much that I had to use a makeshift one for that purpose. But yeah, it was very fun to just put it all together kind of thing. And yeah, it does still work as like I'll say Count Dooku style curve hilt, and that is what I was actually going for. There were several sites that had Count Dooku style lightsabers, but the bigger thing was I wasn't interested in purchasing them from online for that reason. And it wasn't until I got the which one was it? The lightsaber from J.M. Clark, an elegant weapon. And with that one, it was just more of that I felt that I had to get that one. I'm such a big fan of his channel, and it's honestly inspired me to continue looking for like lightsabers, and especially getting them from online to add to my collection. Also going to Comic Cons as well. And it was just so much fun to get that lightsaber. And so after that, I started looking online. I started going to a lot more Comic Cons, and I'm looking online a lot more kind of thing for different lightsabers. So yeah, that's pretty fun. So let's continue on looking at my collection. Okay, so from the forged lightsabers, I made this one as well. This one uses the Darth Maul double-bladed lightsaber, one of the sides and the pommel, along with the Ahsoka Tano top of it. And it also uses a white blade and a blue blade. Now the thing about this one, this is supposed to be a makeshift lightsaber pike. So there is that. And honestly, I can't say I hate this. Because the way that a lightsaber pike technically is, it always looks a little odd. And this was the best way that I could put together something like that. And so I did just that. Because, like, I've been, from my time of watching the Force Unleashed cutscenes, with Kazdan Paratus and with the Shadow Guard, I think they were called, when they pulled out double-bladed lightsaber pikes, I was just like blown away by it. The idea of those lightsabers are so interesting to me, and it was just like I've never seen anything like it before. So that was the lightsaber pike. And let's see, what's next? Oh, yeah, this one. Basically, my makeshift version of Jedi Temple Guard lightsabers. Um, Now, the biggest thing about it is that this is using the connector piece for the Darth Maul double-bladed lightsaber, two Ahsoka Tano grips, and the tops are, well, two different things. I'm trying to use like the Ezra Bridger green lightsaber ones, but in the meantime, I also have this one from the Obi-Wan Kenobi Master Kyber Forge set. And so, yeah. And I've used the smaller hilts from the Ahsoka Tano set as well, for the smaller blades. And mostly because the Temple Guard lightsabers have smaller blade hilts than regular lightsabers. So that was the reason for that. And one thing why I was doing it this way was because the Jedi Temple Guard lightsabers have been very interesting for me. The Jedi Temple Guards themselves are always so interesting for me, and their lightsabers were very interesting. Um, and so it was just very interesting for me to try to put together one and make it also feel like my own kind of lightsaber as well. So there was that one. Let me adjust the camera angle a little bit. There we go. That should do. So yeah, there was that one. And then there was this one as well. So this one utilizes I think it was the Master Soul, I think it was Master Soul lightsaber from the Master set, the pommel of that. It uses the Mace Windu grip, and it uses a special Jedi insignia blade top. And this one is what I like to refer to as the Grand Master lightsaber. And basically, the reason for that is because, well, the color basically changes. Right now I have it set to green. Right now it's set to green, but I love it because I can change the color. And the Grand Master Saber can be any color. And that's honestly something that I kind of want to put into the lore of this lightsaber as well. It being that it's had many owners. That being that this has had many owners, and so its lightsaber color has changed for each owner. Who knows? You may learn a little bit more about it in a future Star Wars video. But yeah, even a yellow lightsaber. Or is that orange? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments which one you think it is. If it looks more orange or something. But yeah, that one is the Grandmaster Saber. Basically, in my own lore, being the lightsaber that's wielded by grandmasters during the time of the original Jedi Order. That's not at all what it is, but it's something that I am like putting together for like my own lore base. So there's that one. And I've got a couple more like personalized lightsaber looks, but honestly, a lot of them are just like more for like simple designs and ones that you might be seeing in my lightsaber combat video. So, yeah, there were all those ones that were like the plastic toys that I always carried. But how about I treat you guys to something special and show you all the actual lightsabers that I carry right now. So, let's take a look at that. And let's start off with the one that I showed off to you guys when I got it in. The Elegant Weapon from J.M. Clark from Extra Life Sabers. Now, this one actually has been so much fun to play around with, and I love it. Alright, so we got it turned on. But yeah, this one was actually a lot of fun because it is so interesting to me. And I love the look of the green what's it called? The green metal on here is so unique, and the wood, I honestly can't tell if it's synthetic or if it's actual wood, but it is so cool. And uh, Clark, Mr. Clark, actually said himself that the design of it was based on Jedi Master Depa Billaba, and so that is so cool for me because, like, we've seen Bilaba's lightsaber in Bad Batch, but we didn't really get that close of a look at it. So it was something that was like, oh, it was something that made me go, oh, that's really cool. So yeah, but my favorite thing about this one is that it comes with so many different styles and what's it called? Sound fonts and stuff. So yeah, there's like the second.
High volume, medium volume, low volume.
But yeah, it's like I've had fun playing around with this at the different with the different customization options for it.
The learner.
And honestly, each of the presets on this thing are so fun.
The Dark Lord Revisited.
But yeah, it's like look at this one. This one is a fire blade, and it is so cool. Yeah, each one is very cool, and I personally love the look of the Fireblade because that one is just like it looks like how Kylo Ren's lightsaber looked.
A champion.
Yeah, I love the. I think that one was the. What was it? It wasn't photon ignition. Um, Actually, it may have been. I love the ignition effect on that one.
Serenity. Eagle.
And honestly, that one is one of my favorite sound fonts because it just sounds like a sword, and it's a great like callback to everything that is Star Wars.
Hatred.
And like that one was a warp ignition, but yeah, it's like my favorite part of that one, which is called Hatred, is actually pretty funny because when you swing it around, it sounds like it is a like guitar riff or something. It sounds like it should be part of a music.
Dark Ages.
Yeah, that one, another one that sounds like a sword, and honestly, pretty fun.
Cyber Terror.
Yeah, Cyber Terror is a pretty fun sound as well. I legit cannot get enough of that one, especially with the deignition.
Codex of Light.
Yeah, that one pretty fun too.
The Count.
So the Count, the Count Dooku.
Bounty.
So yeah, a lot of the lightsaber fonts and colors in this one alone have been so much fun to play around with. And because it's my first Xenopixel saber, it was so much fun. And I love the fact that that the blade is filled with LED lighting. And so it allows for a lot more customization as well. So that was actually a lot of fun to play around with the bits.
The Senate. Race.
Yeah, honestly, out of all of them, I like the sound effects for Wraith, and it's honestly the look that I made for it is honestly one of my favorites.
High volume, medium volume, low volume,
Sorry about that.
truly lost. Double agent.
Yeah, Double Agent actually is a pretty good one too. It's not really one of my favorites, but hey, the sound effects are pretty cool. Also, the stories that I've come up with on why they're named this way. Um, and my thought is like Double Agent either being like a Sith turned Jedi or a Jedi playing Sith to get information, or even a Jedi playing bounty hunter to get information, kind of thing.
The princess. Fallen apprentice magenta.
But yeah, this lightsaber has been so much fun for me to play around and customize and everything. But I think it's time we go to my oldest lightsaber called Jedi Basics. Now, this one was actually a lot of fun to pick up. It was the first lightsaber that I ever got, and it was from the Ocean City Comic Con, and it was just so much fun to like play around with. You can see I've customized it a little bit using the pommel from a different lightsaber, but that has a lore meaning behind it. So yeah, but yeah, let's turn it on. I love that. Yeah, after wielding the elegant weapon saber, all the other lightsabers in my collection actually feel a lot lighter, and that's actually one of the funny things to me. I just hit the ceiling. All right. So yeah, that was like. So yeah, getting this one was the first lightsaber that I ever owned, and it was actually pretty amazing when I first got it. Let's see, which one was next? Oh yeah, take a look at this one. I actually do have a Count Dooku lightsaber now. Sadly, I got it in at I got it at the Awesome Con in DC a couple like last month. So by the time I got it, I had already filmed everything for the Star Wars video, the lightsaber combat video today. So it's yeah. So when I got it, I couldn't use it for anything. Even then, I think it may have gotten broken or something. Because it'll keep saying that it's at low battery when I've checked the battery level and it says that it's at 50%. But let's see if it works right now. Okay, so it seems like it's going to work for a bit. So yeah, it does things like that.
Battery. Please recharge.
Yeah, it says that it's got a low battery. But I've checked it and it says it has 50% as well. So yeah, I don't know what goes on with that one. So if anyone knows how to fix that or anything, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, this one was actually a pretty cool pickup. And even though it's not really working that well now, it's still fun. Yeah. But I don't think I can forget about mentioning this guy. So this one I got at the Baltimore Comic Con a couple years ago, and it was the first lightsaber that I got that had a customizable feature with it. Well, aside from the Jedi Basics, which that one has a customized feature as well, but with this one, it was a little more preferable because the guy who was selling it, the place was called, or the stand was called, I think it was Buy Your Own or Build Your Own Saber. He showed me the Xeno configuration, and that was how I got to know what the preferences of stuff were, along with being able to pair with things like the Elegant Weapon and the Count Dooku saber as well. But this was the first one that I ever found, and it was really cool. And just look at the saber, the hilt design. This just screams personality to me. So yeah. So yeah, it was just like I had to get it. And I just love the look of it with the yellow blade right now. Though at times, and well, first thing, you might be seeing this saber today in the video that's coming out in about 2 hours now. But the biggest thing is with this saber, with the yellow lighting, for some reason, when it's on for too long, it changes from yellow to a lime green, and I have no idea why. It's honestly pretty funny, but yeah. But yeah, one of the biggest things about this saber that really caught my eye was the pommel. So let me just take it off real quick to show you guys, because take a look at it. It honestly has a unique pommel, almost like an Obi-Wan Kenobi pommel, And I hadn't seen that yet in any of the lightsabers that I looked online or uh, in or at the lightsaber booths at Comic Cons yet. Um, Unless it was the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsabers. And so when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, I gotta have this just so I can have that pommel." And afterwards, yeah, I used it, and it's actually been a lot of fun, and it'll be the weapon for Jedi Battlemaster Andric Dexter, who we are seeing in the who I did show off in the last week's trailer, but who is going to be teaching the lightsaber combat forms. So yeah, this was the first. Well, it's still an LED lightsaber, but it was the first like Xeno configuration lightsaber that I've gotten, and so it is very close to my heart. But then last year, or rather this year, I got a new lightsaber, and it was this one. It's called Sith Hunter. And I got this because I love this gold design on it. It is so unique and almost looks like the Anakin Skywalker style lightsaber. So it was very fun to get that one. Now another thing is the bottom I have customized again. This time with an item that wasn't part of any other lightsaber. Rather, it was an extra part that I actually got from guys at it was a DX Saber, I believe it was. They actually were at the uh, they're actually ones that I have gotten lightsabers for before, but they have uh, a setup where you can build your own lightsaber for at Comic Cons for $99, basically $100, or you can buy individual pieces. So, like if you wanted to, you could buy. So, kind of, you could buy the pommel. You can buy the. Let me get this off real quick. The grip. You can buy the top of it. You can buy all of them for 99 cents, or not 99 cents, for $15 each. And it's actually a really cool deal. And so what I did last time was I got a bunch of the parts. So I think I got one pommel, I got two grips, and I got one top, which is what I call them. And so it's like interchangeable. So I could literally customize lightsabers to my liking, and I love that about it. Sorry, got a little bit of hiccups. But yeah, this lightsaber is actually becoming one of my favorites. But one of the sabers that I did buy from DX was actually this one, a special edition version of the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber, which, yeah, doesn't have the emitter grip down here. But this is actually a really cool saber, too. Oh, one of the lightsabers just turned off. But yeah, it's like, look at that blue on here. It is like a pure dark blue. And I actually like that about this one. Yeah. So yeah, that is my current Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. Though I will say, I am also looking to get the Obi-Wan Kenobi replica saber from Episode 1 as well. Because that one is just like so interesting for a design. But then, remember when I said that I bought I bought pieces from them before? Well, actually, this one is actually a combo of some of the pieces that I bought from them in the past, along with the fact that at one point I bought a double-bladed saber from them, and it was actually a really good price because I bought two sabers, and so I had like an extra pommel, and it was at a bit of a discounted price for it. So for this one I have dubbed as a long saber because you can see the extended hilt. So let me show how it works. So as you'll note, my hands are at each end of it, and yeah, honestly, with how long it is, it almost feels like it should have a crossguard and just be Aragorn's sword, Anduril. So that was a pretty fun one too. Oh yeah, and then I have this one. This one is a bit of a Shoto saber, also one that is very useful for my nieces and nephews, who also love just coming over just to play with the lightsabers as well. So with one of the early lightsabers that I ever bought, it came with this Shoto sized blade, and so anytime I get like a small lightsaber hilt, I always pair it with this blade. So let's show this one off. So yeah, that one's actually pretty fun. I love it. It did originally have a problem of turning off randomly, but yeah, I think it may have needed to be recharged. But yeah, this one. Now, this one was actually a very fun one for me to design. This is utilizing several different pieces from other lightsaber components, but it turned out so amazing. Like, better than I ever could have expected. So my lore behind this one is that it is designed by a Jedi who has had many battles with Mandalorians and saw them as somewhat honorable warriors as well. So he engraved on it the or had it made with the Mandalorian helmet symbol. So it was a symbol of respect from him, and also to show that he is not someone to be messed with. But yeah, that one is actually a lot of fun. And I gotta say, the design that I have for the hilt and everything is so incredible to me. Let's see. Any others that I want to show off? Well, I mean, there is only one left. That is this one. This one was actually the first I'll say, youngling saber that I actually bought. But even then, it's got some other uses to it as well. So yeah, there's that one. Um, Not really much of a special design for it or anything, but it's actually really cool. And let me see here. Um, yeah, I'll do it with these two. Yeah, one of my favorite things about these lightsabers is that the pommel can be removed, and you can place the lightsaber with any of the uh, flat, let's call it, pommels, and make your own double blade saber. So yeah, that's one thing that I love about these lightsabers that I buy at the Comic Cons because you can customize them. You can customize them in just about any way imaginable. Some of them are a little bulkier, some are a little slimmer, but you can customize them and put them together in any combination you want. And that's what I really love about it. There's just so much to love and enjoy about the different lightsabers that are out there. So, I'm gonna place those there. And one last thing that is definitely Star Wars Day related is that where I work, we have, um, well, for many of you, you may know, I work at a liquor store. And recently, we got some Star Wars Day inspired merch. Three different beers that were in our system that are Star Wars Day related. So, um, yeah, I don't have them right here with me, but let me go get one of them. One that I've been wanting to try for a while. All right, here we go. So it's from the brand RAR, and it is called Sith Sauce. So it's an American sour beer. So I want to see what it's like because I want to know what Sith Sauce tastes like. Oh my gosh, even the bubbles are red. So here we go. Brewed with copious amounts of raspberries, strawberries, cherries, pastry cream with and lactose. Wow. That is wow. Okay, Sith sauce. Actually really good. Also didn't shake it up or anything. It just has a lot of froth to it. Oh man, that is thick. That is very rich. 5% alcohol. Wow. I gotta say, this is actually really fun. It is so cool. Please drink responsibly, kids. um, so yeah, that was everything Star Wars for me. I've got a lot more Star Wars lightsabers in my collection, but a lot of them are the typical flick and locks, and I know those are very, very I don't want to say cheap, but definitely they're a lot more um like typical for everybody to own. So it wasn't really something that I wanted to like put out and just say, "Hey, we got this out right now." Um so yeah. And honestly, there's something more that I want to be showing to you guys. I feel like there's something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while. Something that might have a little more to do with my channel rather than just talking Star Wars. Aha! Oh my gosh, my lightsabers chime in at the worst times. But yes, I have a Master Morpher, you guys. Power Rangers Master Morpher. So, let me actually get changed. Ta-da! Oh wait, it's the wrong it's the wrong month for that. But yes, I have a couple Power Ranger shirts right now. But I wanted to show off the Master Morpher and a little bit of my Power Ranger collection as well today. Just because it's something that's been slowly growing for me, but is actually pretty cool. So this Master Morpher I got at Awesome Con, and so it was very fun to meet all the Power Ranger actors who were there, and it was oh my gosh, they were the nicest people that I've ever met. Like every day they recognized me and they always checked in on me. And that was honestly something that was very special. I've never seen anything like that from actors to like their fans before. And I know for sure if they were like big time Hollywood actors, they probably wouldn't have recognized me every single day, especially since I came in different garb. Um, but it was just so much fun to get to meet them, talk with them, um, and just spend time at their booths and just ask like some of the questions that I've had for them. Um, honestly, yeah, Steve Cardenas and Karen Ashley were definitely my favorite out of the ones that I met there because they were just so nice. They took the time to talk to each person, and like my first day there, I was just like freaking out with the fact that it was original cast members, well, technically speaking. Um, but it was like the original like Mighty Morphin and Zeo Rangers that I was meeting. And so I was just kind of like I felt like my heart was about to stop from all the excitement that was going on in my mind. And um it was like I was talking with Steve that day, and I basically had to say to him, "Hey man, I'm sorry for like stumbling over my words. I'm just freaking out right now." And he said, "Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it." And it was like maybe 15 minutes later, I was walking around the convention, and Steve just happened to be walking past me, and he noticed me, walked back to me, and said, "Hey man, are you doing okay?" And it was just like that moment just solidified in me that these are people too, and they they're the nicest people that you'll ever meet. I kid you not. It's like I know that there are other actors who are like nice people as well, and there's always the phrase "don't meet your heroes." But with Power Ranger actors, you know you're gonna get like a nice interaction with them, and they're going to remember you. Um, so yeah, that was like my experience there. So yeah, the Master Morpher, that was actually at Karen Ashley's table, and it was actually a lot of fun talking with her as well. Because there was just a lot that there were a lot of questions that I had for her as well. Um, so yeah, I have the Master Morpher. I also have a toy version of the original Power Ranger Morpher, which I bought at Target, and it is made for kids, so it is way too small for me. Like it is like half the size of this, and I can't even. I can like put my hand around it and hold it rather than holding on to the lever, whatever it's called, the handle part of it. But some of you may be asking what the rest of my Power Ranger collection right now looks like. And while I would love to do a whole video showing like all the toys that I've got from Power Rangers and some of the like masks and stuff, it's a lot of my toys are in the basement and I don't really know where they are. But one thing that I can do is show you some of the stuff that I've collected from Comic Cons. So I'm going to do that now. And starting off from a few years ago at Baltimore Comic Con is the Dragon Dagger. As like the guys who make this stuff, it is like so good with their attention to detail and everything. It's like the flute pieces here. It's like I didn't even realize that these were on the Dragon Dagger in the show, but these guys did, and they put it together themselves. Bam, 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 bam. Honestly, I've had so much fun with this one. It was just like so much fun having this around. And yeah. And showing it off on Star Wars Day as well makes me wonder what lightsaber colors would all the Rangers have? Maybe a video for another time. And then also at that same convention, I also got Saba, the White Tiger Ranger saber. So yeah, with this one was a lot of fun because it's got like the red eyes kind of thing going on, and also the attention to detail on the main part here, and also just look at that gold accenting. It is so amazing. Now, my only complaint, and this is no fault on the guys themselves, because they're using like PVC and like rubber and foam, but I am a little disappointed that his mouth doesn't move. I know that's something that's like that shouldn't even matter because the sword itself is actually pretty cool, but I'm just a little disappointed that he doesn't have a moving mouth, and so I can't really talk to him. But that's the only complaint. And then most recently at AwesomeCon, I have this, the Power Axe. Now, this one is a bit of an extended version. I did see also a smaller version from another vendor, but this was the first one that I got, and so it's the one I've got. Looks like you guys could use a little help. I'm sorry, I gotta do that kind of thing. Adam was my favorite. Adam has been one of my favorite Power Rangers. Now, my only complaint about this one is that I can't move anything on it, so I can't make the power axe cannon mode. But I can still shoot it. Sort of. But yeah, that's my Power Rangers collection to a certain degree of the or the collection of the weapons from Power Rangers. But yeah, that's been my collection of Star Wars and Power Rangers so far. And I will say, yeah, doing YouTube has been so much fun, you guys, and I do appreciate everybody who has come to my channel and found different things to like about it. I really do appreciate everything that you guys have done to show me how much you guys enjoy this. And I wanted to do something a little bit special for you guys. So, let me see. How can I do this? Do I even have it on here? Because I want to show you guys a... No, it doesn't look like I have it on here. But I wanted to do a little bit of a watch through of one of my old Star Wars Day videos. Because I've been doing Star Wars Day videos ever since I first got my first lightsabers. So, yeah. Let me see. Let me see here. Where is it? There it is. So, I'm going to be doing a quick little download of a video from my OneDrive because I really do want to show it off to you guys and show what this what one series has really meant for me. And I think I have it. Yeah. Oh, yes. I have a commentary on the video that I am working on. But it's for my Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures review. Which, if I remember correctly, was last year's video. I think so. Let me double check on that one real quick. But yeah, it was last year's video. So some time has passed on that one. And there's still a lot that goes on in the Star Wars community. Which actually reminds me. I have seen the series Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, and honestly, with that series, I am in love with it. I love that they're bringing back a lot of things from like Legends, and also the fact that a lot of fan theories are coming true on that one. For anyone who's coming in, I'm going to be switching shirts because I was just showing off the Power Ranger collection I had. But this is Star Wars Day, so might as well wear a Star Wars shirt. Um, so yeah, but yeah, Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy and Young Jedi Adventures. I like those projects a lot. They're made for kids, but they have a lot in there that can be uh, fun for adults as well. And I should know, I am an adult who has watched both of those shows. And honestly, it's just like, oh my gosh. I do not understand how I can enjoy them like that. Um, but yeah. All right. Come on. We got about 20 seconds left until this is fully downloaded. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pull that up. And let me do a screen share actually. QuickTime Player. So, oh, right. Oh. Right. Um so there we go. Is it sharing? Probably isn't. I just got an alert from my thing on here that I have to close and or quit and reopen. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. But yeah. So yeah. So there's not really a lot much else to go through or anything. Um, but it was something that I wanted to like at least like talk with you guys about and let you know with what was going on through my head through some of it. And honestly, it was just something that was going to be for fun to show with you guys. Sorry about that. But yeah. Yeah, we're at an hour and a half already, and already I feel like I've exhausted a lot of with what I wanted to do. So, um, I will say, as much as I did enjoy uh, doing this, I have to say I am sorry, but I will be uh, cutting it short to probably about now. I wanted to keep this going for until we got to the release of my video in about an hour and a half, but I don't know. There wasn't really anything that was going on with the chat or anything. At this point, a lot of the people who were watching have stopped watching. I think because I'm releasing this on a Monday, so there's not really much that is going to be happening, and also my channel is not a very popular one. But I can safely say that I have enjoyed our time together, everyone. There has been there are no words that I can describe on the love and appreciation and all the warmth of camaraderie that you all have shown me in the time that we have spent together. And I just can't express my love for you guys enough. There is so much that I feel like I left to you guys, kind of thing, and so much that I feel that was, I don't want to say so much that I feel was squandered, but there's just been a lot that has been going on, and with how long it took me to release like the miraculous ladybug videos, and despite the fact that I wanted to release them in January, and also the fact that there was just so much that was going on and in my life, for my computer, and for everything else. I thank you all the love, the support, the wonderful comments you guys send me. It's always so much fun. There is so much that I wish I could do more of for you guys, but um sadly with a full-time job along with doing this, I feel that all I can do right now is just put videos out once a month and maybe hope to shoot for 2 times a month for some of these. But for shorter videos, I will definitely be doing what I can to put those out like every week for short videos, like less than 10 minutes kind of thing. Um but the biggest thing that I want to thank you all for is just for being there for me, for always looking and checking out my videos, even ones that haven't done very well, like my inserting myself into my favorite TV shows. That one has legit done, I think, the worst out of a lot of my videos. Let me actually double check. Um, yeah, out of my actual like videos that I release, yeah, that one has done the worst at only 5 views. But I still appreciate all of you for that. And I appreciate you guys for putting up with me on some of the stories that you may not be interested in, like the DC Comics Enter Our World stories. I know that those aren't really ones that many of you will be interested in checking out, but I appreciate you guys for at least checking out them. It has been such a journey to do this for you guys. And honestly, I can't wait until next year. Because next year there are some big plans that I have for my Star Wars Day videos. And, well, rather for future Star Wars Day videos. And honestly, doing these uh, holiday related videos. So like for Star Wars Day, and I'm thinking about doing like a uh, DCAU video coming out for next year. I think in December or no September, because that was when Batman the Animated Series started airing. Um, it has been such a wonder to make these theme videos for like Halloween, Christmas, Star Wars Day, and for Lent as well last year. It has been such an honor to do that stuff, and I hope to do even more of them in the future. So, all I can say really right now is be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy some Sith sauce if you have, if you're allowed to drink. If you're underage, then just enjoy a nice uh, Shirley Temple. That's red. So that'll be about it for today, guys. I did want to show off some of the stuff that was going on for like what's coming up, and I wanted to give you guys like teasers kind of thing. Although actually I can do that. So the teaser for this, and I actually already have, the teaser that is coming up is that this Star Wars Day video isn't one video. It is multiple. So stay tuned for all that. It is going to be such an interesting time. And I hope to do a lot more of these live streams for you guys. And hopefully, I can do that a lot more with some of the bigger videos that come out. So I will see about doing these more often for with my Power Ranger videos when they are set to release. And I will see you guys next time. So take care.